Well, we're in the car at the moment and we are driving to one of our favourite places, which is the restaurant at the Port of Ortona. Partly because during the week we actually met some people, English people, and they are really interested in retiring out in this area of Abruzzo. They're not really sure where. We got chatting to them and we decided that we'd meet up with them halfway from where they're staying to where Brambletye is. So, Steve, what kind of questions were they asking us when we had coffee?
Well, I guess it makes sense really that anybody that's looking to move to Italy, not just Abruzzo, because you have your choice of everything here really, from weather to sea to mountains, the lot. And the different regions differ, they're very, very different. So you need a good idea. We didn't have such a good idea, did we?
Well, we did in some ways. When I say
we knew it was Abruzzo.
Yes, but I also had worked out we didn't want to be in the L'Aquila area, we didn't want to be in Teramo, and the region of Chieti, which is where we are at the moment, did fit our bill because it gave us the half an hour to the beach and the half an hour to the mountains, which not every area in Abruzzo gives you that.
But I suppose in hindsight, had we done more research, we might not have got the property quite as quickly.
That's exactly it, yes.
Or we might have found something else somewhere else. True. I suppose it depends really on who you are as a person as to how much investigation you need to do. And then the handy thing with speaking to us probably, it gives somebody probably a little leg up in their pros and cons list of what they want and what they don't want.
I would say definitely.
And what really what to look out for, the pitfalls. There are pitfalls to buying a property in Italy, as there is pitfalls to buying a property anywhere. But some of them are hidden. You won't see them.
So as we're driving along, Steve just touched on pitfalls, and it was quite good because, funny enough, after seeing them and chatting to them for a cup of coffee, they are very keen to see us this evening. And what would you say some of the pitfalls are, Steve?
Well, I think the initial ones, the big ones, are the area that you might want to move to, so you understand the topography of the land, so you know what it's like, what it consists of, what the weather is like, obviously.
The facilities as well of the area.
Yeah, hospitals, shopping centres, trains, airports, stuff like that. But I think for me, being a little bit, probably a bit more technical, I instantly going to, you know, what to do when you want to buy a house. Not everything is transparent here. There are some hidden things which you can easily get caught out on.
So we're talking about things that we might get caught out on. I mean, one of the major things that we knew about before we came out here was multiple owners of properties.
Yeah, no, it is troublesome because you know, I've said it before that if you purchase a property and you're unaware of how many owners are to the property, and that could be many family members down different generations,
and living all over the world.
Yeah, and the problem is that although affidavits do sometimes work when you're purchasing, you need the owners of all the bits and pieces of the house.
It has to be signed
around the table, around the notary's table, to sign it officially and legally.
Yes, and you know, you've touched on the health system. People would need to know where hospitals are. I mean, there's a lot of these things that, strange enough, we're talking about now that we took into consideration, but there's also a percentage of the things that at the time we didn't take into consideration.
And also things change here on a permanent basis. Nothing stays the same. And what I mean by that is I've just heard about people that receive the medical card like you would have in the NHS free within their own region.
Yes, not every region is the same, but we're specifically talking about Abruzzo at the moment. This was in another region of Italy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But then it could change for here.
It could, and also buying a house with that comes with residency. That's gold to anybody who's buying a house.
Yeah.
But you must understand that the residency is guaranteed. It's part of the deal. You sign up to it and you get it at the end.
Yes.
And it's not just something somebody is saying.
No. I think also, you know, when somebody comes out and maybe doesn't know a great deal about Abruzzo, they also, if they're going to tour all the regions of Abruzzo and see as much as they can, I can see them coming out here more than once before they make a decision, because it's a very, very different area, isn't it?
I mean, we're giving advice out and we didn't do that.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we didn't. No,
I'm just being honest.
No, but what I was saying was, I did do some of the sort of like, that's not for us, that's not for us, and we specifically targeted this region of Chieti. But you know, we're actually, as I say, it'll be interesting to see what these people have to say when we see them this evening, and also what they've experienced, because we saw them on Monday and this is sort of 5 days later.
And it's rained every day.
And it's, yes, so that's another thing, is weather can vary. If you're in the mountainous area, which we're close to the mountains, we're 500 meters high, but if you go down to the coast, you could find that, you know, there's some days that we're in the mountain and we see the coastline in front of us and there's no sign of rain or anything.
Yeah, one thing I wanted to mention was that I never really considered it until I started to think about it more closely. If you were in England, you would always be thinking about, if you can possibly, buy a south-facing house.
Yes.
Here, you find it's generally the other way around.
Oh, yes.
And the reason being is that people don't want that bright sunshine right on the face of the house, because it really is warm. It really, really gets warm, and you need some protection. So it's a very different way of living here. So our house is northeast facing, and it's really quite nice. The back of the house gets the full sun. The house
has the smaller windows as well.
The house at the back has smaller windows. It's a metre thick, and therefore you have insulation properties, or natural insulation. So the thermal value changes to cold inside the house, and it's warm outside when it's actually warm outside. So yeah, that's quite important. And see where that sun. I think something that would be commonly missed is knowing where the sun comes over, and does it hide behind the mountain at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and all of a sudden you've got no sun.
But also to know that, you know, we get snow. We get a lot of snow in a short period of time. So if you don't want that kind of weather, maybe towards the mountains might not be for you.
Yeah, I mean, I know people talk about global warming, but the weather here, the patterns are quite regular. There are four seasons.
We've had a lot of rain there at the moment.
Yeah, no, there are some differences. I understand that, but it's not regular. It's not. You can at least say when it's winter. You can roughly say what the weather's going to be like.
But we can still sit outside in our winter.
Oh, I love them. They're great.
We love it.
Yeah.
Well, we're at the port of Ortona and we've arrived at a place that we've never ever been to before. This is it here. Meteor Mare, Fruta de Mare. Steve just walked in and you should see what we can see. It's amazing, isn't it, Steve? This is fabulous.
Yeah, so this is just an oyster bar.
Oh, total.
So I think there are either different ages and different types.
Is that what they are?
Individuals.
So when you see these prices, is it for a kilo or?
Yeah, kilo. 25 euros a kilo.
Yeah. Oh.
It ranges from 40 to 23.
Okay. So,
my new favourite place.
this is my new favourite place. Oh, there's the cozy referring to the mussel.
The good thing is, it's all in
Crumbling.
so they're all alive. You see the oysters moving.
Oh,
if you look closely down here, there's some active
Hold
ones.
on, I'm coming back round. Just get you in the shot as well.
So if you look, just concentrate there.
Oh yeah.
See, it's actually moving. It's not moving very much, but it's moving enough.
It is.
So they're all live. So super fresh.
So
there you go.
Should we get some? Should we get 4? Can I get 4? for tonight when we turn up at the restaurant, or maybe 6?
6.
I think 6 would be a good idea.
Yeah.
I think so. Scusa,
Sì.
a piccolo video. Is okay?
Sì, come no?
Oh,
Sì.
sì. Oh, it's Bella. Ripeti.
Allora, ve lo faccio vedere.
Scusa, ostriche?
Ostriche si dice.
Ostrica.
Allora.
Not ostrich.
No, ostrich, no.
This one.
Queste
Sì.
hanno un gusto minerale, tendenzialmente ferroso. Per esempio, ed è un'ostrica irlandese e si chiama Lieu Fessé.
Do we
Per
understand it?
esempio, differentemente da questa, esempio, che è una Gilardot, è un'ostrica
Gilardot.
francese ed è un po' più
Oh,
dolce.
pancetta.
Sì, e sono tutte quante marchiate a laser con la G della casa madre,
So they're all
Gilardot.
marked.
È un po' più delicato, un po' più dolce.
Sì, sì.
Oppure, esempio, questa qua, un'Ustrabella, è un'ostrica
Wow.
sempre francese, a differenza di questa che è un po' più salata questa qui.
Sì, sì, sì,
E
sì.
questa dolce.
Ok.
Volete queste? Sì.
Sì,
I-
sì,
I-
grazie.
I think, yeah. Just
6,
6, yeah, 6.
Yeah.
And then we can get them to open them at the restaurant, maybe. That would be super.
Yeah, lovely.
Lovely.
Difficult.
Okay, now. Oh my god. Fantastic. Oh, expert.
Sì, Gabriele. Le ostriche.
Austria. Piaggi, you like? Piaggi di Austria? Sì. Well,
Okay, so here we have Lynn coming out with her ostriches.
ostriches, not quite ostriches, but
Not
I've got
ostrich.
them.
It's the word for
What's
oyster.
it?
Ostrich.
Ostrich?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, we'll find out exactly, but we've got 6
Yeah, what a great
for
find.
tonight.
This is right on the port.
But if Steve turns around, it's unbelievable the amount of muscles that these guys have got.
These are the mussels coming in. So fresh
Oh,
mussels,
fabulous.
straight out of the sea. And obviously getting loaded into, I guess, box them up here. Yeah, so they've got an automatic machine, probably a cleaner,
Oh, and they're
styrene
gonna get
boxes,
boxed.
and then they get shipped out. Great. Anyway,
And look at that rainbow! Rainbow for tonight.
we've got
Look
to,
at that there.
there you go, it's a full one.
Fabulous rainbow.
Oh, this is a full one.
Well, we're here at our favourite restaurant, and can you believe it? We bought the oysters. However,
How'd you say oysters, Lynn?
oh god, well, it's not ostrich.
But it's,
Although it's spelt like ostrich, and it's ostrica. I think I probably said it wrong. So to all
Say
our
that again?
Italian, ostrica. I'm
sounds
gonna have
like-
another glass of wine, and then
It
I'll get
sounds
it right
like
at some point.
it
But
sounds like you're
anyway,
saying a streaker.
This is not just my portion, and it's not a streaker, it's an ostricha.
So talk us
something.
through what's going on
So
there.
at the moment, what they've given us is the ostricha, the crudo pulpa or pulpo crudo. Pulpo crudo
This
is
one
this.
here, yeah,
Pulpo
yeah.
crudo.
Lovely.
And these will be the langoustines as such. Langoustines, and obviously the lemon that we've got to share. So here I am in Ortona, all dressed. I am the only English person in the parade, and I feel very privileged, very honoured, and I just think it's fantastic. This is amazing. Okay, so why is there not much work going on at Brambletye? Look at the amount of water we've got. We've got ponds. We've got our own little ponds. Look at this. And you might just be able to see Button. She's in her den. But there is so much water. Steve's got his wellies on. He's gone to check on things because the electricity went off. It's not as bad as it was. You can probably see Steve's windscreen wipers going like crazy. We're going over a bridge. It is absolutely throwing it down. And what exactly are we in, Steve?
The car.
The car, but no, they call it the cyclone bomb.
Yeah, it's called the cyclone bomb.
The cyclonic bomb.
Yeah.
We're in the cyclonic bomb at the
Supposed to
moment.
last for 10 days.
10 days of cyclonic bomb. So you can imagine, we're not really doing any building. I managed to pick some peas this morning, and that's about it. Buttons in the back of the car, and we're on a mission. Steve has to do something in connection with the building, so we are following our architect in his car. See the water, everybody. We've got just so much, and we've got an appointment that we've got to go to. We're going, oh my god. Can you see what we're going through? And look above, look at that bridge. The water is just dripping down. Well, if you wonder what I do in the rain, the one good thing is the peas. The peas are actually all maturing. I've got 3 lots of plants. Onions are doing good. So I'm going to pod the peas. And we're probably going to go out because it's forecast for more rain if you look there. Pouring down off the land. As Steve mentioned, we watched this movie last night.
Give it 2 weeks, we'll be sunbathing with shorts on.
Yeah, I had to get my wellies out, everybody. Here we go. Oh my god, you can see that. Everybody's been very careful. This is actually quite good for the Italians. I don't know if we got a flash of lightning there. It might have been. And there's a bus. Oh. We've got friends who have come over to Italy to look at property, and they've only hired their car for 1 week. And this week, starting from today,
all they've seen is
they've decided to use public transport. So good luck to them.
They just say they didn't want to go to a rainy place.
Yeah, they did. But I'm also, I'm getting messages from a friend in Greece that's got this kind of weather. Steve said there's a friend in Houston got similar weather.
With a couple of tornadoes.
Oh, they've got tornadoes thrown in. We haven't quite got that. We've just got cyclonic.
Yeah.
I just thought I'd show you what kind of weather we've now got. We've still got the rain. It's non-stop. But obviously now we can hardly see when we're driving because we've got the fog as well. So fog and rain. This area is called Valley, which is a little bit higher